Hey guys, what's going on? Darren here, and welcome back to the F1 22 My Team Career Mode. And this time, we're at the Red Bull Ring for the Austrian Grand Prix. This is going to be the first of 2 sprint weekends this season in My Team Career Mode. So this is going to be a long one, just like the last race. And if you haven't checked out the last round, go back, go check it out. The British Grand Prix was incredible. Like, it was the best race I've had so far, I think, in my team. Because look at that result. We won the British Grand Prix. I don't really know how we did it. We didn't have the pace. Oh, well, we did have the pace, I guess, but we shouldn't have had the pace, but we did. British Grand Prix was an incredible race. I highly recommend you go back and go check out that race. Just after you finish watching this one, of course. So anyway, we're going to dive straight into qualifying for the Austrian Grand Prix. It's a reduced weekend, of course, with it being a sprint weekend. Although I guess it's reduced in some ways, but increased in the amount of content that you've actually got to do, because I got to do 2 races instead of just 1. So yeah, anyway, qualifying here at Austria. Thankfully the Red Bull Ring is pretty small, so qualifying shouldn't be too long to get through. So we're going to be taking a look at this one. This was really our fastest lap in qualifying, and we did a 1 minute 6.1, and that was really the best we could do. We couldn't do any better in our second run, and we actually got eliminated in Q1. We finished in P18, but our teammate Theo Pourchaire, look at that, he got through to Q2, P16, so that's very good stuff from Theo Pourchaire. But it's time now for the sprint.
Welcome to today's sprint. This is shaping up to be another fantastic weekend. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting sprint. An immense lap from Carlos Sainz yesterday puts him in pole position, and it's Charles Leclerc in P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Russell, Norris, and Sir Lewis Hamilton, and Verstappen, Perez, Ricciardo, Ocon, and Pierre Gasly, Fernando Alonso, Tsunoda, Theo Pourchaire, and Magnussen, Mick Schumacher, Alban, Robert Schwartzman, and Bennett, Stroll, Joe, Latifi, and Sebastian Vettel starts from the back of the grid. Which of these drivers will get pole position today? We'll soon find out.
So Theo Pourchaire had an incredible qualifying session, actually. He's up in P13 for this Grand Prix, or this sprint race, which is incredible to see. Hopefully he can capitalise on that and maybe even score some points, because if he does, we might actually save him for the rest of the season. Anyway, it's lights out and away we go. We get off to a good start. We've opted to start on the soft compound tyres. We've chosen to go on the softs because we have to be aggressive in this sprint race. We have to go forward, and the only way we're going to go forwards is if we are on the soft. Oh, we got a yellow flag and there's been an incident and someone's out. We've broken our front wing. And it's Theo Pourchaire. Pourchaire. Oh no, the safety car's been deployed. Theo Pourchaire is out of the sprint race. Just as I was saying that he needed to have a good result, and this was the golden opportunity for him to score some points, he's binned it. He's binned it at turn 3, and because of that, we ran into the back of someone else. We've broken our front wing. We're going to have to dive into the pits. We've got a 5-second time penalty for running into the back of someone. I think it was Robert Schwartzman. What a disastrous start that's been then. I thought it was going to go well, but nope, turned into a disaster very, very quickly at the start of the sprint. We're going to need to change our front wing. We're going to take off a set of softs, and we're going to put on another set of soft compound tyres. But after we've served the 5-second time penalty. So off go the softs, on go a fresh set of softs. Latifi and Schumacher have gone on to fresh sets of medium tyres. So yeah, they also need to change their front wings along with myself. We get out in front of Mick Schumacher, but it's P20 for the restart of the sprint race. But now we've only got 9 laps to do on a set of soft tyres, which is actually a good thing, because that means we can be even more aggressive than before, and we really don't need to worry now about tyre life, because we've done a safety car period, and that means that these softs should very easily get to the end of this sprint race, as we're on lap 4 now. And we're going to surely dive down the inside on Nicholas Latifi. Latifi, though, Actually, no, scrap that. Latifi went for a dive on the inside of Stroll, and we also went down the inside of Stroll because Latifi, I think he scared Stroll into locking up, so Stroll lost 3 places there. A place to Latifi, to myself, and Mick Schumacher. So through we go now up to P19, courtesy of Latifi scaring the living daylights of Lance Stroll, which, I mean, you've got to say, Latifi going for an overtake is always going to be terrifying, so it's to be expected that when Latifi comes marching through, you're going to lock up and get out of the way, because you have no idea what he's going to do. Anyway, we go down the inside on Latifi, through we go past Latifi, that's us up to P18. Next up is Yuki Tsunoda. We go down the inside, it's a bit of a clumsy move from us, but we get through past Yuki Tsunoda, and that is us now up to P17 in this sprint race. Next up is Alexander Albon, and we go now to the end of lap 5, start of lap 6, and through we go. We got a good exit on Albon, and with the ERS we go through down the inside past Alex Albon. That is us up to P16. Yes, it is. Through we go now past Albon up to P16 in the sprint race. Next up for us is Zhou Guanyu, and at the end of lap 6 we're going to get the DRS on Zhou Guanyu, and with that, are we going to be able to find a way past Zhou? We get the DRS, use the ERS, we're going to go to the inside. No, we're not. Zhou's going to block the inside. We're going to have to go the long way round the outside. Can we make it stick the long way round? Yes, we can. Through we go past Zhou Guanyu. That is us now up to P15. Next up is Kevin Magnussen, and if we can get him, it'll be P14 for this Austrian sprint race. And through we go past Kevin Magnussen. That is us now up to P14 in the sprint race. Next up is going to be Sebastian Vettel, and look at that, very quickly we're going to dispose of Sebastian Vettel down the inside. Through you go past Sebastian Vettel. Next up is Robert Schwartzman. We're making quick work of the AI here. We need to be making quick work of them because we just haven't got the time now before the end of this race. So here we go now, we're going to get the DRS on Robert Schwartzman, and we're going to go round the outside. Can we make it stick? If we do that, I think that's going to be the last of the overtakes in this race, because I do think that Daniel Ricciardo is just a little bit too far out. And yep, through we go past Robert Schwartzman, and that is us now up to P12 in this sprint race. It's 12th place for the Grand Prix.
Good afternoon and welcome to Spielberg, and to a circuit that in one form or another has held every Austrian Grand Prix in the championship except the very first back in 1964. It was at this race that John Watson lost a bet and his beard when he took Team Penske's only F1 victory in 1976. If anything, the stakes are even higher today, with 25 points available for victory and a crucial advantage in the championship fight. It's a short lap here at Spielberg with just 10 corners, 7 to the right and 3 to the left, making up the total distance of 2.6 miles. And expect to see a lot of cars running wide today, especially through the last corner, as the wet conditions make the cars skittish through the downhill sections. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. It's Carlos Sainz in pole position, and it's Charles Leclerc in P2. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Russell, Hamilton, Lando Norris, and Verstappen, Perez, Gasly, Ricciardo, and Bennett, Schwartzman, Magnussen, Esteban Ocon, and Vettel, Fernando Alonso, Tsunoda, Alex Albon, and Mick Schumacher, Stroll, Latifi, Théo Pourchaire, and Guan Yu Zhou. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today?
So we actually ended up in P10 for the start of this Austrian Grand Prix. Guys, if you're enjoying this video, please do smash the like button down below. It really does help out with the YouTube algorithm. And if you haven't already, of course, subscribe for more F1 content. It's lights out and away we go, and we get off to an alright start, you know. We typically struggle in the intermediate conditions. We've been really slow in the intermediates pretty much every single time it's been wet. I mean, actually not just intermediates, full wets as well, full wets and inters. We've been very, very slow in this My Team career mode so far, so for us it's just a matter of trying to survive this intermediate stage and maybe be as aggressive as we can in the first lap. And just by being like that, we get through around the outside on Daniel Ricciardo. And are we going to be able to make it stick, or is Ricciardo going to come back at us down the inside? Ricciardo's going to come at us down the inside. We're going to have to give him a bit of space, and Ricciardo goes back through. He does, he makes it. Daniel Ricciardo goes back through, retakes ninth position from us. But yeah, as I was saying, guys, in the early stages, in the intermediate conditions, we're going to be struggling. We've typically struggled in wet and intermediate conditions during my team career mode. And it's not been very clear as to whether or not we've improved in the wets. I think I have a little bit, but I don't know if it's going to be enough for us to be able to actually battle the AI beyond lap 1. But we're going to find out right now. We're going to see if we can actually stick with Ricciardo and maybe find a way back past him. Doesn't look like we're able to into turn 1, so we're going to have to stick with him. But actually, this has been a little bit more promising than in previous races when it's been wet, or even previous qualifying sessions, because we are sticking with Daniel Ricciardo and also Pierre Gasly. So yeah, actually maybe it won't be so bad. And actually we're going to go for it back down the inside of Ricciardo into turn 3. Can we make it stick? Yes, we can. Through we go, back past Daniel Ricciardo, and that is us back up now to P9 in this Grand Prix. Next up is Pierre Gasly. If we can close that gap up to him, and we go to lap 6. And it took a while, but look at this. We have actually closed the gap to Pierre Gasly. The gap now between us and Gasly down to just 0.3 of a second. And now, if we can stick with him and maybe make a move into turn 1. No, it doesn't look like we're going to be able to make a move into turn 1. We're still a little bit too far back. But if we can get a good run, maybe into turn 3, we can look for a move. Because here we go now. We do get a good exit from turn 1. This is turn 2. It's not really a corner, but it does count as a corner. And now we're on the run to turn 3. And we're going to go for a move down the inside. Can we make it stick on Pierre Gasly? Go down the inside on Gasly. Through we go. Yes, we do. We make it stick on Pierre Gasly. And that is us now up to P8 here in Austria. And I've got to say, that's a lot more than I thought, because I thought we were going to struggle. But we've actually opened up a decent gap to other cars as well as we go to the end of lap 8. And a lot of people are coming in, and so are we, to switch from the intermediates to go on to a set of soft compound tyres. They've gone soft, we're going to go soft as well. We've got one set of soft tyres left, so we're going to use those softs now. It's a good stop from the boys at the Pulse Motorsports. And where are we going to come out? It looks like we're going to come out into some free air in P11, and that's perfect, really. That is perfect for us. We need this free air. And now we're in P11 and we've got some free air. Stroll ahead of us is still on the intermediates. There's another car, a couple of cars in front of us also still on intermediates. Pierre Gasly didn't dive into the pits. And this is going to be important. Gasly didn't stop. So the question is where is Pierre Gasly going to come out in relation to us? We were ahead of Gasly. Are we going to be able to maintain position ahead of Pierre Gasly? We go purple in the final sector. And I think us going purple in the final sector is going to maintain us position versus Gasly. Yes, it does. So we come out in front of Pierre Gasly, but it's not as far ahead of Gasly as I would have liked. I would have liked to have been a few seconds down the road from Gasly, but instead, we're only a couple of tenths, which tells me that Gasly was actually faster than us in Sector 1 and Sector 2 by staying out on those intermediate tyres. And we get a very bad exit there in Gasly. He's going to look for a move down the inside. Can he make it stick? And it looks like no, we can't make it stick. We are able to just run it right around the outside there of Pierre Gasly and maintain P8 in this race. We go now to lap 17, start to lap 18, and we're going to be boxing in for a set of medium tyres, which will take us to the end of this Grand Prix. Gasly only stayed out for a few laps on those softs, and then he boxed for a set of hard tyres. So I don't really know what he was going for there, but he's gone for a risky strategy by only doing about 5 laps on the soft before pitting for a set of those hard tyres. But us, we're going to go to the mediums, just like Daniel Ricciardo, and also, quite frankly, every single other person is going to go to mediums except for Gasly, I think. But you can see here on lap 18, Ricciardo is coming at us. He's going to go down the inside. Can Ricciardo make it stick? Yes, he can. Ricciardo with a bold, beautiful move down the inside on us there and takes P8 away from us. We drop down to P9. And that was really unexpected. I kind of thought we'd be better than Ricciardo as the race went on, because we have some tyre wear upgrades on the car. And I was hoping that with these tyre wear upgrades, we'd actually be better later on in the stints. In previous races, we've been better than the AI the further stints have gone on. But this weekend in Austria, for some reason, we've been struggling as the stints have gone on. Our tyre wear has been higher than usual versus the AI, who seem to have been a bit better on their tyres. And well, you can see there what the consequence of that is, because that has allowed Ricciardo to get past us. But we go in now to go off the soft and onto a set of medium tyres, which will take us to the end of this Grand Prix. And Ricciardo gets out just in front of us. Now, last season, during the Austrian Grand Prix, our fastest lap was a 1 minute 7.9. And that's because we did a two-stop strategy where we actually went from mediums to mediums to a set of softs. And it was on the softs at the end of the Grand Prix we were able to do a 1 minute 7.9. But we actually did our first dry stint of this race on a set of softs, and we've already done a 1:7.7, so we've already gone faster than we did last season. And you can see now our fastest lap is a 1 minute 6.9, so yeah, we've already got a hell of a lot faster than we did last season this time around. But you can see anyway now we're coming under attack. So Daniel Ricciardo, we've got the slipstream, we've got the ERS and the DRS, so we're going to be able to find a way past Daniel Ricciardo down the inside. No, we can't, we're going to have to sit with him, but Ricciardo locks up. Ricciardo locks up, he makes a mistake. I'm sure that's going to give us an opportunity now to find a way past him. We then make a mistake as well. We get very squirrely on the exit, but we're going to go down the inside past Daniel Ricciardo. This is for P8 here in Austria. Can we make it stick? Yes, we can. Through we go past Daniel Ricciardo, and we retake P8 here in Austria. But as we go to lap 24, Ricciardo is coming back at us, and Ricciardo is going to go right around the outside. Look at that speed that he's got. He has so much straight line speed versus us. And we are struggling then for straight line speed because Ricciardo just blasted straight past us there and took the position very easily to get back up to P8 here in Austria. And we're back down to P9 as we go to lap 26. And now we're going to be sticking with Ricciardo. This is a really good ding-dong battle between us and Ricciardo. We're trading places multiple times in this race. And we're going to be looking now to get back past Daniel Ricciardo and retake P8. Are we going to be able to do it? We've got the DRS. Now we're going to stick with him. And we're going to go round the outside. Can we make it stick? Go right around the outside of Daniel Ricciardo. And through we go. We retake the position. Hopefully this time Ricciardo's not going to be able to come back at us. But he has got the DRS. And is he going to be able to look for a move back down the inside? No, he can't. Ricciardo's going to stick behind us. We're going to now hopefully be able to try and find a way to break Daniel Ricciardo. And we did keep him behind us for quite a while because we're going now to lap 31. And Ricciardo is still right behind us. Is he going to be able to find a move? We're going to block him. We're going to go defensive into turn 3. But that's gone against us. He went to the inside. He feigned to the inside. We blocked him off. And then he did the old switcheroo and went back on the racing line and found a way back past us. But now at the end of lap 32, starts on lap 33, we come back and Daniel Ricciardo, there's contact between us and Ricciardo. I think Ricciardo there didn't just turn into us a little bit there. Ricciardo going very aggressive. Yeah, I think he turned into us there. Let's take a look on the replay. Did Ricciardo turn into us or did we turn into him? I mean, he's not exactly on the racing line. He did feign a little bit over to the right. But yeah, we also turned into Ricciardo. We both turned into each other, it looks like there. He moved a little bit off the racing line, and we tried going across to the racing line. And yeah, we kind of turned in on each other there. But Ricciardo, at the end of the day, goes through past us, and up now to P number 8. We drop back down to P9, and things are getting very, very aggressive between Ricciardo and ourselves because, yeah, things are getting a little bit argy-bargy. I don't think either of us wants to give up position. We both want to be P8 in this Grand Prix. And it's leading to some very aggressive moves happening here in Austria. Now, are we going to be able to stick with Ricciardo and find a way past him to retake P8? You can see it, we're sticking with him. And surely with DRS, if we're lucky, we're going to be able to find a way past Daniel Ricciardo. So here we go now through the final couple of corners. And now through the last corner, we get a good exit. Are we going to be close enough to try and move on Daniel Ricciardo this time around? Or are we going to have to stick with behind him? He's going to go defensive. Are we going to be able to get a good exit though from turn 1? He runs a little bit squirrely on the exit. And now with the DRS, can we make a move around the outside? No, we can't. He's using all his ERS to defend us. And we're going to go to the inside. We got very deep on the inside. Make slight contact with Ricciardo, but Ricciardo chops us off very beautifully there. And we're going to have to stick behind Daniel Ricciardo for now. But we go now to the end of the penultimate lap. And it's the start of the last lap of the Austrian Grand Prix. We're behind Daniel Ricciardo. We've got 40% ERS to use, so we've got plenty to use of ERS. We're going to go for a move down the inside on Ricciardo. Can we make it stick? Yes, we can. Through we go past Daniel Ricciardo. We retake P8 here at the Red Bull Ring. What a race this has been. Now Ricciardo's got some DRS to maybe come back at us down this third and final DRS zone. Is he going to be able to find a way past us? We get a good exit, so I don't think he will be able to. So it looks like, as long as we don't make any mistakes, P8 is going to be ours here at the Red Bull Ring. Charles Leclerc wins the Grand Prix. Guys, if you've enjoyed this video, please do smash the like button down below, because this has been an incredible Grand Prix. There's been so much back and forth racing between us and Daniel Ricciardo, and now we just have to hold off Ricciardo for a few more corners, and if we can, we're going to take P8 here at the Red Bull Ring. It's the penultimate corner that we're going into now. We survived the penultimate corner, and that's just one last corner to go, and if we don't make any mistakes, and we don't, it's P8 at the Red Bull Ring. Get in there. What a race.
Take the win. Tell me, Ant, how do you think they were able to deliver such an incredible result today?
I think it was clear what the main contributing factor out on track was: speed. I know it sounds like an awfully reductive statement, but fast cars win races, and we saw that today with our winner.
Ferrari are at it again. An excellent performance at today's Grand Prix, and they're certainly a team that know what they're doing out there.
So, yep, Charles Leclerc in the yellow overalls. It looks like he's taken some inspiration from Renault Pulse and put the Ferrari boys in yellow. He wins the Austrian Grand Prix from, I think it was Lewis Hamilton in second place, who's actually incredibly still not won a race in this My Team career mode. Both in Season 1 and so far in Season 2, Lewis Hamilton has yet to win a race. Will he go 2 seasons without winning a race? We'll have to wait and find out. I can't imagine he'll go 2 full seasons without winning, but you never know. Anyway, Charles Leclerc wins the Austrian Grand Prix from Hamilton in second. Lando Norris finishes third for McLaren. Carlos Sainz in fourth. George Russell finishes in fifth. Sergio Perez sixth. Verstappen in seventh. We finish P8. Daniel Ricciardo ninth. And Esteban Ocon rounds out the top 10 here at the Red Bull Ring. And Yuki Tsunoda is the only driver to DNF from the Grand Prix. In the driver's standings now, Lando Norris still leads the Drivers' Championship, but only by 4 points from Charles Leclerc in second place. And we are in P8 in the driver's standings. So we're going to go now to the contract renewal. And as we said at the British Grand Prix, Renault Pulse are unhappy with Théo Pourchaire. If he scored some points, he might have kept his seat, but he didn't, and therefore we're going to be looking for a replacement. We got a lot of money to spend, but the Renault board have decided that we have to take a French driver. So it could be Théo Pourchaire, it could be Pierre Gasly, it could be Esteban Ocon, but I don't think we're going to go for any of them. We've got a lot of money to spend, so we're going to bring back one of the legends of Formula 1. Alain Prost is going to be coming out to retirement to hopefully join Pulse Motorsports if we can meet his demands. 8.3 million. We've definitely got 8.3 million to spend. So Alain Prost, we're going to be sending you a low risk offer. Are you going to be joining us for Pulse Motorsports? Yes, he has. Alain Prost comes out to retirement. The 3-time Formula 1 World Champion will be joining Renault Pulse for the rest of the season. So guys, if you enjoyed that video, please do smash the like button down below. And as always, comment, leave a like, and if you haven't already, of course, subscribe to the channel for more F1 content. Thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you again soon when we're at Budapest for the Hungarian Grand Prix. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.